What's going on, everybody? It's Rev, and welcome back to another Dauntless video. Today I want to go over the first combat tactic, I guess, guide. And this is something that I feel is very important for new players to learn, because it's something that you're going to be able to apply to every single fight, every behemoth, every weapon, every hunt that you go on. And that concept is always attack for yellow. And the yellow is in reference to the part damage that you're going to be dealing on a behemoth. There are many different types of damages that are damage colors that you can deal. All of them indicate something different. But for right now, white and yellow are the two I want you to focus on. When it comes to dealing damage, yellow is part damage and white is raw damage. And raw damage is like the max HP of a behemoth. That's like true damage that you might reference in other games. So true damage is white, part damage is yellow. This does not subtract from the max HP of a behemoth, but it does subtract from the part. So in this case, we're going to be going for Embermane's Horn. Embermane's Horn has a certain, let's say, for example, 50 part HP before it breaks. However, Embermane has 1000 total HP. The 1000 HP would be the white damage. The 50 part damage would be the yellow HP. And you'll see that the early behemoths have very little part health, and so you can really rake in a lot of parts in these early stages, and this really propels the new player or slayer into a state of starting up a snowball, right? You're going to be getting more gear for more upgrades. You're going to be getting more cores. You're going to get more mastery XP by proxy. It greatly increases the experience that you're having, and you don't have to stop as much to go go do more hunts, and you're just getting the most out of your hunts. And so we're going to engage here, and I'm going to kind of go over tips of combat. Like I said, to recap, we're going to go for the horn, then we're going to go for the tail, and then we're going to go for the rest of the leg. So break apart, move on to the next one, break apart, move on to the next one. Very simple concept, but very, very strong. And so right out the gate, I'm going to hit you with behemoths have an interruptible attack, and this sends them like reeling onto the ground. And this is indicated by orange prongs above their head. Me making contact with Embermane there sent it flying a little bit, and I'm gonna do this many times during this fight. And the horn is already broken, and so we're gonna go for the tail, and you can see that a break actually gives me an even larger window. And here comes the interrupt. Boom. I've done this thousands of times, but it's worth knowing that the orange prongs above their head are interruptible attacks. After we cut the tail, we're going to be going for the legs. But you can see how easily these parts get cut. And actually, one thing I do want to show is that my gear is actually worse than my other accounts. I actually didn't craft up the chest plate, but I do have 2 Rage Hunters still, which is nice. My previous account had full Nasher gear and a Nasher blade and the recruit lantern. So I am on a different account, however it is still free to play on this account. So we're gonna cut the tail, and then, like I said, go for the legs. Tails off. And Embermane's legs and other behemoths in general are you're gonna run into a situation where you feel like you're hitting it, but you're gonna see white numbers, and that's gonna get really annoying. This is very prevalent on something like the axe. Slower weapons with big arching attacks, typically you'll end up hitting the top of the body hitbox before it comes down on a leg or something. And so you need to really get creative with how you're attacking. You'll see when I play the sword, I roll around a lot so I can get that low sweep of the light attack. And so I'll get in there, break a leg, right? I'll get in there, you know, try and go for her again, watch my spacing a little bit, dodge an attack, go for another roll attack, and you'll see that yellow damage come up. And this just takes practice. This is something that you're probably not going to be able to do on the first hunt, but it's something that you can be looking for. The point of the video is to definitely be seeking out that yellow damage, not just kind of willy-nilly, I'm attacking a behemoth, and when it dies, cool. I want you to be going for these parts because it's going, like, just having that mind frame is going to greatly increase your resource, I guess, base, the amount of resources you're getting, and it's just going to make for a better experience across the board. And so this hunt is drawing to a close. We have, I think, 2 more legs to go, but hopefully you learned something. Again, interrupting, Embermane isn't the only interruptible behemoth, but all the behemoth's attacks that are interruptible are indicated by yellow prongs. 1 more leg to go. And I'm gonna go over the loot screen after this, once we kill it, and you'll see how much loot I actually did get. Boom, last one. And this is a hunt pass XP drop that you get off of doing breaks. So you'll see I got 6 Heart Seekers, and Heart Seekers, like I said, are the hunt pass XP. Just by using this tactic, you can see how leveling up your hunt pass is going to be much faster. Break parts award multiple things. It's hunt pass XP, it's parts for the craftables, as well as there are some mastery cards that require you to break certain amounts of breaks off of behemoths. So you're gonna level faster, you're gonna level your hunt pass faster, you're gonna get more armor. Should be almost dead any moment now. There it goes. You can see on the left I got 8 Embermane hide and a bunch of other assorted loot. And so let's go over the hunt screen. So no bonus loot from the elite pass because I did not purchase it. We got, for never being downed, this also solidifies something that I said in the previous video. Staying alive is important, while not just a drastic I must stay alive. I don't want you running away from your hunts, but what I do want you going to for is not going down while still going for those parts. Take time to draw back and heal, use the vent, and sell your armor into a defensive way. Tough is very strong if you manage to get lucky and pull a tough sell. So we got 4 pieces of loot, 2 Embermane hide, 2 Savage Hook Tooth, just from not being down. The 2 additional hide, 4 additional hide, 8 smoked dew claws, 2 burning tail spikes, 1 Savage Hook Tooth, and 2 Embermane horns. So what I'm going to do is cut the video here and go straight into the crafting menu at Will's and Moira, and we're going to make the Embermane sword because it is a very, very strong ally. When approaching Will's, I want to pay attention to a few things, and that is on this menu. I'm going to kind of shop around like I'm a first person or like a first time player. And we're going to see that I have a Raging Blade +2. It has a certain amount of power. More power is just typically more damage. I'll go over the power calculation in a later video that might be a little bit more advanced. But for right now, you can see that it has an innate trait of Rage Hunter +1. And so my gloves and my sword are what's giving me the +2 in my gear that I went over at the beginning of the video. And so we're going to craft the Embermane sword, and you're going to see that it has +1 Evasive Fury, and then also a unique effect. Some weapons are more updated than others. So like the Gnasher is one of the first weapons in the game, but Embermane has a unique effect, which is the 7th hit in a row deals 100% part damage. Again, this isn't raw damage, it's strictly part damage. This is 100% yellow damage. And so we're going to craft this up, and this is going to help us in the future. I would highly suggest keeping the sword current if you're a sword player and looking to continue playing the sword. This is a very strong ally to you. There is a certain point in the quest line where you're going to be prompted to play other weapons for that quest. All of the Embermane weapons are very good, some more than others. I highly recommend the chain blades and the sword and the war pike. The faster weapons are typically going to be better for the Embermane, but other than that, all of them are still viable and usable. You're going to also get mastery XP for crafting these up anyway. So the first time crafting, again, we have a bunch of mats, so I'm actually going to be pretty sparing. Like I said, we have more than enough to craft these. I like these, so we'll actually get the 3 that I thought. Oh, we'd actually need, oh wait, no, that's not the Embermane one. We'll actually craft up all 3 of these that I thought might be interesting. And so we're going to get a bunch of mastery XP just for doing that. Craft an Embermane weapon, no problem. Got some rams, neutral orbs, ember cutlass, ember blaze, ember pike, and 8 blaze orbs, which allows me to actually upgrade again. But we're gonna craft an Embermane armor. The helm is actually very good, and so is the chest. Especially if you're going for repeaters, you're going to want Evasive Fury. Attack speed is very good. That's just kind of a fun fact, but we'll go over the repeaters in another video because I know everybody likes the repeaters. This is going to conclude this particular video. The next video, I'm going to just kind of display the power of the Embermane sword as well as the power of what I was teaching you, going for parts and particularly stunning the behemoth in an aggressive way. So not only is it good for obtaining loot, it's also good for reducing your hunt times, which gets you more loot in turn. So thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully this helped you in some way, shape, or form. Please leave a comment. Let me know. I need to know if these guys are oriented in a way that are easily understandable. Thank you all very much for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you really like the video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And you can catch me live on Twitch. All the links will be in the description. Thank you all again very much for watching. I will see you on the Shattered Isles.